But this smear campaign completely ruins my reputation. Everybody now is not only asking me to step down as a talent, they want me to step down as a CEO, just step down and just leave this whole company. You know what happens when that happens? He will be able to buy me out at the half price.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Do you know? Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not worthy to lead anymore.
Right.
The next most worthy person would be him. And to save the company, he will kick this unworthy person out.
And let's say you are unwilling to let him buy you out, then you are left with a sinking ship that is worth nothing anyway.
Yes.
Are you shocked and disappointed that Ryan has been planning all these online attacks against Sylvia?
Interesting stuff found online by THWL.
Yesterday on Sunday at about 11 p.m, Xiaxue, a very prominent influencer in Singapore, dropped an exclusive interview with the CEO of NOC. The interview lasted 1 hour 47 minutes. Here are some takeaways.
But you know what it means, right? It's this child that is like, he's always sad, he's always bullied, this person did this to him again today, he is hurt.
Okay.
And then because I love him, I'll go fuck the person up, you know?
Okay. A bit like a mother hen.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happened, and I just became this very angry person against everyone.
I guess we can kind of see a little bit of Ryan, with what he writes on his social media about like wanting to commit suicide, after the divorce and everything.
I don't want to talk about the suicide actually, but now that you mention it, Ryan has tried committing suicide so many times.
Many times.
Many times.
And never succeeded. What do you mean? Do you think it's for show or like what?
I think when you're in a relationship and you really love somebody and the person commits suicide,
Yeah.
or says that he attempted to, do you know how it feels?
That's a bit scary lah.
I think a lot of people don't know how I feel, because there are days where you think that he's gonna die. There are times when I run around the house thinking that he has killed himself, and I think it's me, it's because I didn't protect him.
Okay.
And it was this once he came back like wet, and he said he tried to kill himself in Yishun Dam. And when these kind of things happen all the time, you will protect this person one. Whatever he tells you to do, you will do one. Because you just don't want him to die. I'm going to tell you the truth, right? Is that we have never had a happy marriage.
Then why get married in the first place? You tell Kia?
No. At the start, yes. Right? And then, remember he had a restaurant? Right?
I don't know that. Okay.
Right, at the very start before NOC, right? I feel like I'm very forced to say this right now because I need to protect myself from whatever the world is throwing at me. But the fact is, at that time, Ryan cheated on me.
At the start? Before marriage?
1-2 years into the marriage.
Okay.
Right?
Cheated on you?
Yes.
With who? And do you have any proof of that?
He cheated on me with a waitress at the restaurant that he was starting with his friends. Right? And it hurt me a lot because the restaurant wasn't making money. And at that time, I really helped out for free as a wife.
But now, I feel like the audience will be like, do you have proof of this cheating? Like, how do you know?
So it was one day when I felt like they really had something going on, right? And then that was the day where I think I almost died. Okay, like mentally almost died. So I found he has an email with this girl, okay? And I was like, why is this email so strange? All right, so the girl's name is like R. Okay, he's also R, right? So Ryan actually have this email that they write love letters to each other, and then they send it via email. And the email account was called R and R at, I don't know, Hotmail or gmail.com, right? So one day, I was just able to log in it, right, using the password, and then I saw all that. And I think that was a day where
崩溃.
babe, you don't know what is 崩溃 until you see that. And I laugh now because it's so long ago. But I think his mom also knew about it. Like we argued a lot about it. And that was his first cheating, right? Which at that time I was young.
Okay.
And I said, I thought as a good wife, I should just suck it up and like forgive him and move on. Right? And then throughout NOC, right? And this is really my fault because of work, I painted ourselves as such a good couple. I know that our branding is very good in that sense because we have always made it that way. And now everybody knows that I was lying the whole time and we were lying the whole time. But we never had a happy marriage because he has always had something to do with the girls in NOC. I know legally he cannot fight that.
Like, what is the end goal here?
I think
To destroy you so that you don't fight against him?
I think so. If there, I mean, this is my personal opinion, right?
Okay.
Because I have so many stories in my head, right? I mean, if I'm very destroyed, and I am, right? And the sentiment now is Ryan Appreciation Day. He's Reno King. People are promoting it now.
For free.
Yes, to say go and subscribe because it's Ryan's channel, you know.
Okay.
Even his Reno King videos on the NOC channels are, it is immune to all these attacks.
Okay. I feel like this light bulb just like because personally when I'm looking at this thing, it is so, if it's truly not organic, right? It's not like, I think a lot of the general public would think that it is kind of organic, like because people just hate Sylvia. Of course, naturally, one day this will come out against her. And when one person starts the ball rolling, more and more people will start complaining about you. That's natural course of things. But it does seem like a very well planned out thing. And the waves of attack and all that. And now that you mention, like maybe it is a campaign, I wouldn't know also. I'm sure there are parts of it that's maybe organic as well.
So now most people really wouldn't know. But this whole fight with me started because Ryan wants an exit from NOC. Okay, he wants me to buy him out at a very, very high price. A high price that will not let my company be able to run anymore.
Can you reveal the price or no?
Cannot, but
Okay.
it's in the millions.
Okay.
And he wants that. And if I give that to him, I don't think the companies can survive in COVID.
Okay.
That is the main point of our whole argument. And why the lawyers are going back and forth.
Okay.
Okay, he wants a high price and he wants also the things that he wants.
Okay.
Such as Reno King. Okay, so that was what I do not agree on and why we're fighting.
Okay.
So halfway while we're fighting all this, right, the drama happened.
Okay.
Okay, and during the drama that happened, I think everybody knows that he claimed he has resigned as a director of NOC.
Okay.
And
In May.
he's absolved of all the wrongdoings that is coming to me, correct?
Okay. Yes.
Right? Like he already said, right, I resigned. Every publication, right, every interview he has said that he's resigned, right? But even until today, he is actually still the sole director of NOC.
Okay.
Right? And you must be wondering, why did he say that then? It's because on 1st October, I received an email that he's requesting our company secretary backdate his resignation to 8 May.
But on a
Right.
day-to-day basis, is he still going to the office? Like after May? Is he still working on projects?
No, so he on his own, what happened was that he got a new Reno King office without anybody's knowledge. Right? So that is also another thing why I think he wants to backdate the resignation. Because if we successfully agree during this whole drama, right, that we allow this backdating and we process it, right, it would have meant that he has breached no director fiduciary duties. And Reno King can be claimed as his solo venture.
Okay. Just now you mentioned a buyout. How would this smear campaign, because my question to you is, would this smear campaign it affect the outcome of your lawsuit? So you haven't really told me how it would affect the lawsuit.
Okay, let's say NOC is $10, right? Ryan has 49%, right? So I must pay him $4.90, right? To buy him out. Okay, so if MOC is in deep shit, our stock values go down to $5, right? Now, our shares are worth half the money. Correct? And you might be thinking, it doesn't make sense, what?
Yeah, because then
buy him
you
cheaper, right?
Correct.
But this smear campaign completely ruins my reputation. Everybody now is not only asking me to step down as a talent, they want me to step down as a CEO. Just step down and just leave this whole company. You know what happens when that happens? He will be able to buy me out at the half price.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know? Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not worthy to lead anymore.
Right.
The next most worthy person would be him. And to save the company, he will kick this unworthy person out.
And let's say you are unwilling to let him buy you out, then you are left with a sinking ship that is worth nothing anyway.
Yes.
So your only way out is to at least get some money from him. Even at half price.
Yes, I mean, like, at this point, I don't even know what I want to do. At this point, I'm just really struggling to keep the company afloat. I mean, the fact of life is we have lost a lot of deals.
Can you tell us, like, how much?
I think within the first, we're not even talking about until now, right? Within the first week, we already lost 250K of deals that are paused.
$250,000. Okay.
No, essentially, you understand this company has a lot of people. We have a lot of projects. It's really not just me, you know.
I understand that. Yeah.
I know it's very easy to say, oh, I care for the people and I'm fighting for this. But it's not. If you really are fighting and you care for the people, you will know the company has lost this amount of money. And you know our payroll is how much. You know, we have 40 over people. Where do I get money to fund these people's salary in the middle of, like, I mean, the situation now?
That is really tough. Yeah.
I am really also stuck on the professional front, trying to make sure the deals still go through, you know. And I know they paid me as, oh, everybody has left, right? But there are still 30 over people left in the company now who are still doing their job, trying to tank through this shit together with me. Right? And the fact is, people say, oh, why don't these people speak up? Who dares to speak up? I am the shit of Singapore now. No, nobody is going to associate with me. I even tell you, you dare to do this interview with me, you go to shit, you know, Xiaxue.
I'm trying to be more neutral lah. So
no, I know.
Yeah.
Do you think people are not going to say Xiaxue, you piece of shit? You're citing this piece of shit today by letting her have a space to talk? You think you're not going to get into shit? Everybody gets into shit as long as they're associated with me today, isn't it? That is cancer culture, isn't it? And the fact is, talents who stay, right? They're quietly staying, but I'm not going to ask them to speak out. I'm not going to... These people have shown me such loyalty at a time that I have nothing, you know? Do you think I'm going to tell them to put themselves in the line of fire?
Let's understand the background again and see how Sylvia addressed the allegations compiled in my video yesterday.
Right? That it just so happens that me and Ryan are working out our commercial split.
Okay. So you think that Ryan does have something to do with this?
I think-
Together with a group of people.
I think Ryan does have something to gain from this.
Okay. And who are this group of people that are involved in this? The people who have leaked the chats.
People who have leaked the chats, to be very honest, I think anybody can see. Just go to Ryan's Instagram, right? You'll see all of them peppered everywhere, right? His best friend, Edmund, okay?
He's in some of the chats.
From
What's it?
Isabel
Isabel, okay.
to Grace
Grace, okay.
to Nicole.
And all these are Ryan's very close friends.
I would say Nicole and Samantha are very close to Isabel. And Isabel is pretty much Ryan's best friend. We all know that.
You kind of develop a persona of being extra mean to sort of because Ryan is such a nice guy and he's easily pushed over, would you agree with that statement, or do you think that's an excuse for your nasty behavior rather?
You know, Xiaxue, I want to say, when I did my apology letter, okay, throughout this whole saga, that day was actually the hardest day of my life. Because I really took a step back and look at this person, right? And I know that person is not me anymore, you know? It's me playing this bad cop. I think I've turned into this like whole terrible person that I don't want to be, I never want to be, but I don't know why I became that person.
Were you never like this last time? Because you said that you have stayed authentic.
So on one hand, right, yes, I may be crass, right? Yes, on one hand, I may be vulgar, right? But I have never been so angry and so hateful. And that was the reason why, like, recently I went for like therapy, recently I went for a lot of sessions, right? To tell them that I've become a person that I don't want to be, and I'm very ashamed, and I don't want to live my life continuously as this person. Saying that the recording that they just picked the worst part, the angriest part.
From what I conclude from what you're saying, this has been planned from the start.
I agree. I think so.
Okay.
No, I 100% believe that it has been planned. That they planned.
When was this? When was that Zoom
This
meeting?
was around August.
August. So how many months ago is that? Like 2-3 months ago?
Last year, August.
Last year, August. Wow. Okay, this is fresh information. Okay. So last year, August, you were being secretly recorded. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
That's why you didn't put makeup, right? Otherwise, you will look nicer.
Yes.
Yeah. So you didn't know that you were being recorded.
Yeah.
And for all these months, that this is the choice footage that they chose
Yes.
to present of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it true that you don't have a HR department and that you don't care about the welfare of your staff, and that when feedback was given to you, you just ignored? And is the HR person packing Pocky mask?
Okay. So that's the thing, right? Xiaxue was the finance/HR person in the company, right? I don't know her that well. She's closer to Ryan. Okay. And even when she was working in NOC, right, and Reno King became its separate entity, she worked for Ryan behind my back, you know, like working in 2 companies at one time. So she was a HR person in that sense, right? And when I took over the operation, I know what she do, you know? But what happened was that when I came and looked at operations, I felt that it was badly done. So last August, around then, right, when I was so angsty and that thing was recorded, I actually went to a HR consultancy and said that I need help. I think my company needs to revamp its HR. It's a bad. Right? So what happened was that HR company, ever since then, right, we got the grant, and now she is working in NOC and has been working for some time as a third-party consultant, right, to improve our workflow.
Okay.
Right? And that has been done.
So basically, when people tell you HR is not good, you did hire somebody and try to solve the problem.
Of course I did. You know, one of the exposés say that, you know, I was supposed to do a chili business and then I cheated and lied and whatnot, right? That was because at the time, Edmund quit his job. I was doing BD for Food King always, right? And finding opportunities for like new ways to make money for the brand, right? I think if you do business, you will know, right? A lot of these kind of things, right? Is you try to plan, you do, right? And then you still have to think, is it going to make sense and is it going to take off?
Of course,
right?
yeah.
So during that time, obviously, like we try. Then after that, we realized it's just not very feasible because it's in the middle of COVID. And like the idea is a bit like basic, you know? So it ended, right? But obviously, like, I think to him, it felt like, oh, he did a lot of work and I didn't want to pay him. You know?
Okay.
But the fact of life is like I've never used that logo anywhere else. You know?
The
like,
chili thing just didn't work out at all, right? It's not like you launched your own chili brand.
No, I
without him.
didn't.
Okay.
Like the whole plan just did not happen, and
Okay.
we did not use any assets that anybody came up with.
Okay.
You know?
But
the
he
story,
feels that he should be paid for it.
yes, right. But the story was like, oh, I owe him money for doing that.
Oh. And then is it true that you misappropriated funds? Okay, according to SG Chicken Rice, we have been using NOC's funds to pay for personal expenses such as your rent payment of the shophouse that you're living in with your brother, and some other bills lah. And these
Yes.
personal expenses allegedly amounted close to 80K. Yep. Is it
Okay.
true?
I am very happy to answer this for you. Okay, because I think when we have rented that office, right, we've always marketed it as NOC's office. Even in Reno King, right, Ryan said himself, this is our third office, you know, or whatever it is, right? And my team go to that office to work all the time, you know, and they use the place to shoot all the time, you know. So to suddenly spin the story and say that that's my personal abode and is not used as an office, right? I think that is really very far-fetched.
But you do stay there, right? So in a sense, then your house, like, shouldn't you be paying NOC a rental fee?
I would say that, how do I say it? It's like, you know, those Malaysian chefs, they stay upstairs, you know, in those F&B, right? It's like that kind of vibe, right? Yeah.
So you don't think that there's anything wrong with that, even letting your brother stay in there as well?
I think that's the thing, right? Like, if I don't let people shoot there, you know? Like, if you see a lot of our shoots, they're even shot in my bedroom, you know? It wasn't like, this is my personal space, nobody can shoot here one. You know, people have shot in my bedroom, they've seen the whole look, you know? And I even planned the bedroom in a way that, like, it is easy for shooting to happen, right? You know?
So you basically live in a studio lah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I am a workaholic and this is a great arrangement for me, right? So I feel like it's very unfair to turn back and bite me and say,
Has Ryan ever disagreed with this from the start?
I don't think so.
Okay. And this has never been mentioned to you as a misappropriation of funds until recently when you saw the blog post?
Of course.
Is it true that you owe NOC a lot of money?
Okay, so that is the thing, right? That list, right, I checked. That is the list that we got the accountant to come up with when we decided to divorce. Because now, you know, we're no longer joint account kind of vibes, right? So I wanted, like, me and Ryan both, right, who have used this this company account for some private matters. I want both of us to return by end of the year.
Okay.
You know? So that things are clean moving
Have
forward.
you cleared yours?
I believe, okay, I have cleared mine.
Let's move on to your brother lah. Is it true that you paid your brother a fixed salary to get his PR status?
But the thing is, he has always worked in NOC. Okay?
What is his job scope actually?
So he has always been a talent since day one. Our very first video, right? He was the actor with me. You know, he has always been a talent, right? And for a period of time, he was also the props manager, producer, right? And what he does is he cleans up the props and iron the prop, comb the wig.
Bit like a runner.
Yeah, a bit like a runner. Then equipment spoil, he'll go to send them for. He has done that all for a long time. In addition to his talent job, right? So. No, like
The blog post says that he's not seen anywhere doing any work.
Okay, so that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
We have two officers now, right? And the thing is, Ryan has always hated my brother, right? Has, you know, like openly call him very rude names, right? So obviously when I have the Niven office, right, I don't think it's wrong for me to say that you come here and work, you know? Like, stay away from, like, the other people.
But he's still doing NOC work.
Of course he's still doing work, right? Like,
What do you say to people who say that you're just saying this as an excuse so that you don't go to jail?
okay, which I actually will tell you, right? Then check the bank statements, right? Did we pay him? Okay. Did we lie and cheat the government of, you know, money that we're supposed to pay him and we didn't? You know, like they're saying that he's a phantom worker and all that fake shit, right? Then you have to show that I was not correct with my books. But I believe, okay, and I know that our accounting is always done right because you know why? He's actually working, so why are we not paying him?
Okay.
You know? And it hurts because even when it was COVID that time, and he went back to Malaysia, right? And then the stupid MCO happened, right? And then he couldn't come back, right? He still had talent jobs, you know? And he did it in Malaysia, you know? Like, he has always been working, what?
My question is, if the people behind this campaign, why would they come out and say something like that? Because maybe they feel that you cannot prove it. Or they...
I think they're just trying to say that I side my brother.
Okay.
Right? I think that's a very easy way to claim that I was being unfair, right?
What about accusations of nepotism then? That like your brother is only working at NOC because of you, like wanting to give him PR status?
Xiaxue, like, this has to be proven one, you know? Is it after I become famous, right? Then Sigin appeared? No. He was in NOC since day one, before all these other talents were even here.
Okay, fair enough.
Right?
Yeah.
When we were not famous, he was acting for us, right? When we went viral with that stupid boyfriend video, right? He slapped himself how many times to be a joke in the video? He has always been here since day one, so why is all the eyes on him? What has he done? If there's no him acting as a free actor from the start, if there's no him doing all the shit jobs at the start when we had nothing, would we be here? Is it wrong I pay him a salary now?
Okay. So we move on to the very interesting topic of the sex barter trade, right? So there has been an accusation, for those of you who don't know, that Sylvia has tried to sell her NOC talents to a potential logistics company to get free logistics for NOC, and then the talent actually slept with the client and then gave NOCs. I see that you are laughing about this. Okay, to get free services for NOC. Okay, so what happened with that?
Yeah, I mean, I laugh because trade, right? We all know trade must have
give and take
yeah, right?
I give you something, you give me something.
Yes, right. Like, what has said accused logistic company said? We make videos to post online. I'm not a retail company.
Okay.
Right? I don't have goods.
Pokemas?
Pokemas was with Shopee and Shopee covered that logistic.
Okay.
Right? Like, what is the trick?
Selling merch? I don't know. Okay.
Like, I have a lot of letters to send, or no, I'm laughing because, like, I think they're just really going overboard here.
Okay.
You know? Like, what can he send? What has he sent for me? Right? And I can tell you that I know a few logistic bosses, right? I've never asked them to send anything for me at all. And also,
so there was no barter trade.
there was no barter and there was no trade.
Okay.
Okay? And, okay, I'm sorry for laughing because this is a very serious accusation.
Okay,
But I want
it
to
is
say
that.
that. What is wrong? Okay? If you introduce girlfriends to really rich guys.
No, it's really nice. It's really nice.
No, I mean, like, really, like,
Yeah.
it's literally like a group of us, like 3 girls, right? And then they have like 3 guys on their side, and then maybe 1 other girl who is one guy's girlfriend or something like that, right? And I've never met these people before. It was really like, hey, wanna go hang out?
Okay,
my
so
friend's house?
this logistics boss rich guy asked you if you want to go to a party.
Yes,
And you brought
at
your
his
talent.
rich friend's house.
Okay.
His richer friend's house.
Oh, okay,
Right.
Okay. So you asked your female friends, who happen
Yeah.
to also be NOC talents,
Yes.
to join you to go with the idea that these are rich eligible guys anyway. If you can kill them, good for you.
Yeah, right. What is
But
the...
talent A did sleep with somebody, according to the story that it was posted out that she did.
Okay,
she
so
herself
that's-
said that she did.
So the guy's house, right, is humongous. It's so humongous. Okay? Like, whatever everybody was doing, by the end of the night, I was alone. I mean, I was in the kitchen drinking coconut juice. You know? So I was literally like in this humongous room, and God knows where is everybody, and who cares anyway, they're not children, right? And then after that, you can claim that, wow, you dating him, you can claim that you sleep with him, but did I see shit? I didn't see shit.
Neither did you arrow people to say, can you go and sleep with him so that he can benefit NOC in some way lah?
Yes,
Did you?
and like, why would you? No, like, why would anyone?
Well, I mean, according to the blog post, A thinks that she's not privy to this, that she was roped into this as a sort of unsuspecting prostitute.
Then I would also like to tell you, I have a screenshot, okay, of A telling me the night was fun.
In your opinion, why would she come up with this accusation that you only asked her to go to benefit NOC for some kind of barter trade?
I have no idea.
So the person that she slept with is the logistics guy, not the owner of the house, right?
I don't know who she slept with because, like I said, they are different people, and I was a fucking loser drinking coconut juice.
Okay.
No, like, you know, I'm just there.
When you read it, were you like?
No, I was very horrified because, like, I didn't know, wow, you bring friends, meet other friends is ever a crime. Like, this is a crime now. And it's even accused as a sex trade.
Okay, this is becoming a bit serious. So you're saying that the current update right now is that there are police investigations, right? You have lodged a police investigation against SG Chicken Rice, right? Or whoever is leaking information.
Yes, I've launched about 6 police reports.
Okay. And including magistrates' complaints as well.
Yes.
Again, it is very disappointing to see the once lovely couple ended up in this stage. So who do you think hacked into Sylvia's computer?
Yeah.
So at that point, you realized that your computer was hacked.
Yes. And then after that, I had a job, right? You know, and then I went to on the sea in a cruise, right? And that's when I suddenly thought, oh my god, let me see if anybody is logged into my email, right? And then I saw 2 accounts that were logged in that are Apple products, and I don't use those.
That is so scary.
Yes, and from then on, I put a CCTV, right? But ever since then, that's why I say, like,
Where is this computer at?
I don't know, they're still finding out.
What do you mean? Your own computer 在哪里?
My computer at home,
You put CCTV in your own house?
yeah, like outside the door there.
Who has access to your house?
Actually, a lot of people have access to my house because it is an office.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But how would they have your password to your personal computer?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's why I say,
Does Ryan have your personal password?
yes.
Okay.
I'm the kind of idiot that use the same password for everything.
Wow, this is a lot of shitstorm for Sylvia to know that your computer is just like not even private anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I continue to wish both Ryan and Sylvia will be able to reach a peaceful resolution. I wish them both all the best and will use the same ending from my video yesterday. Although things are very disappointing right now, I hope that they will remember the love they once had and come to a peaceful resolution. I wish the best for the both of them.